You already know who it is. It's your boy, Ron Burgundy, Mr. Unapologetically Ignorant. You know the motto, if you're not a part of the solution, you're part of the problem. This ain't the fat mother effer to mess with ye.
Yeah, you know who it is. It's your boy, Ron Burgundy, Mr. Unapologetically Ignorant. And you know the motto, if you ain't part of the solution, you part of the problem. This ain't the fat mother effer to mess with. Yeah, we ain't always going to see eye to eye, but as long as we all come together, hit that like button, subscribe, and share, guess what? We going to be all right. All right, fellas, we back to the content. We had fun. We off that. Today, we're going to be talking about rapper T.I. taking the stand against an kingpin in Ohio. Okay. Now, this was some years ago. I don't know if you guys remember. I don't know the details surrounding it. I guess his bodyguard got shot and unalived. And it was a big thing. Okay. Now, people are going to debate with me and say, well, he didn't take the stand against nobody. He had to, he was forced to, whatever the case may be. This video is not to shoot down people or call people rats or none of that stuff. This video is basically to show you guys that you can't believe all the shit you see from these rappers out their mouth. You see what I'm saying? Stop trying to be like these rappers, man. Forget all that. You see what I'm saying? Because these guys are just, these rappers, T.I. is just an image of who Clifford Harris really is in real life. You see what I'm saying? You guys know T.I. from Rubber Bands and all the songs he made and all the music and the diss tracks against 50. But in real life, he's Clifford Harris. You see what I'm saying? And we're going to show you what Clifford Harris does in real life. Okay? Now, many of you are not going to understand why what he said and everything he said in here is so significant and impactful and why T.I. did bad, homie. Because at the end of the day, you rapping and doing all this silly stuff, and yeah, it's entertainment. But when you out here not setting a different example and you got the world thinking that's how you can get rich and that's how you became famous and that's how you made it in this world, getting it out the mud, rubber bands and all that. But in real life, when the pressure was on and it came down to real life stuff, you responded like a real life person. You didn't respond like a rapper. You see what I'm saying? You didn't respond like T.I. You responded as Clifford Harris. You understand that? And there's nothing wrong with that, homie. But be who you are. That's when you be beautiful. Stop confusing our youth. Look what you got your kids doing. Now they think they tough enough to talk to grown men the way you do. And you not sitting your kids down and listen, man, see? Oh, they defending their mama. But and if they get dealt with like adults and get done dirty, then you deal with these consequences that come behind it. Because you know what? In real life, Clifford Harris, we know who you are. And we're not mad at that, homie. But don't do that to our youth. Don't make it seem like, you know what I'm saying, that's the best way. And when in real life you're doing something else, don't do that, homie. Let's get into the content.
You recognize who that is? Yeah, that's Phil. Okay. Oh, that's his body.
This is Clifford Harris, y'all.
In 34A. Yeah, that's the entry room. And that's a picture of Fallant with the bullet hole in his head? Yes, it is. And that's the bullet hole that you described to the jury as being his temple on the left side? Yeah. How did Fallant's family find out about his death? I told him. I called his mom first, then I told his cousin. I told his little girl. How old was his little girl? His daughter was 4 years old at the time. Five years old at the time. And how did you tell his daughter that her father was dead? He's in a better place and he won't be coming back. And I told him how much he loved her. And how did you tell his mom?
See? So, hey, listen, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with him being Clifford Harris. Don't get it twisted, okay? But don't sit up here and make it seem like that, hey, everybody is not, you feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. You got people up here thinking you a real life stepper. You see what I'm saying? You got people trying to validate your shit and make it seem like, hey, you know what I'm saying? T.I., no, come on, man. You did bad, homie. You did bad, homie. There's nothing wrong with you being Clifford Harris. But you know, when you project that image on the internet, you see what I'm saying? Make sure people understand it's not. No. I like what T-Rail once said in his rhyme. He said, you know, Jeezy told his son to go to college and told us to go to Jeezy told his son to go to college and told us to go trap. You see what I'm saying? You can't fault him for that. That's what he's supposed to do. You see what I'm saying? Now, here's the problem, and here's where we lie. And this is where we say, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Okay, you did that. Your impact of that statement really, think about it. You're a public figure. You see what I'm saying? Somebody everybody knows. When you said the words that you said, I had to tell his daughter this, I had to tell his daughter that, I told his family this, I told her daddy wasn't coming home. That shit connected with you. You're talking to 12 people who have the fate of someone else's life in their hand. And you were telling them the most emotional things you can tell them to hate that person, homie. You see what I'm saying? Like, people always say, what would you do in that situation? You guys tell me. I want you to put it in the comment section. If you was in T.I. or Clifford Harris's situation, what would you have done? You see what I'm saying? I need everybody to put it in the comment section. When you respond, and once we get enough engagement, you see what I'm saying? I'll respond to everybody what I would have done. So whoever puts a comment in the section, right? And I will respond to with my decision, and I'm going to pick one winner out of the people who comment on this video. This, we'll say we'll let it run for 2 weeks. On Valentine's Day, what am I talking about? On March 14th, we are going to pick a winner for whoever commented in this section, and you're going to get a free You Did Bad, homie, and you'll get a free, you know what I'm saying, Unapologetically Ignorant shirt. You did bad, homie, okay? So that's what I'm giving away to my viewers. Everybody who comments on this video about what they would have done in this situation, on March 14th, I will pick one winner. You see what I'm saying? To send a hat and a shirt to some merch from the show. I appreciate everybody. Y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, hit the bell notification, and let them know we coming through, man. You did bad, homie. Ron Burgundy's on your hiney, no homo. Yeah, we putting belt to ass, man. We bringing back the humanicity and the realness back to this content creation. You see what I'm saying? It don't always got to be negative, but it always has to be positive. Remember that. It doesn't always have to be negative, but it always has to be positive at some point. I'm making these videos, I'm reacting to them, and I'm showing you people that in real life, just get out this internet stuff, this rapper stuff. In real life, people make human decisions when human emotions are on the line. That was his friend. That was his comrade. That was someone who protected him. When that person got hurt and unalived, guess what? That man had to go talk to his family. That's the result of gun violence. That's the result. Like, it don't stop when that person gets unalived. That shit will carry generations. His kids, his mama, his sister. That affects people. And I'm not preaching to nobody because I'm not perfect. But you know what? I finally put the mirror up and I understand who I am and who I'm supposed to be. So, hey, what, man? I'm going to drop these jewels. You pick them up, you pick them up. If you don't, that's on you, man. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. With that out, I'm out. You already know. It's your boy, Ron Burgundy, Mr. Unapologetically Ignorant. And we here to stay, player.
I done ran the streets, been in jail.